Hello, in this short video, I will go over how you check on your grade and understand where you stand relative to your peers. So I will log in as a generic fake student and walk you through some of the features of myGrade icon. So let me get out of the calendar. So this I am as a fake student logged into two different, connected to two different classes. So 350 Fall 16 is your class. If I click there, you can see the myGrade icon, and that's your window to the grading transparency. So let's see what it contains. I open it and see, you can see that your name will appear here, and quiz 0 in red color means it is live. If you put the pointer over quiz 0, it brings up a little bit of details. The submission window means you can take the quiz within this time. But remember, if the allotted time is 60 minutes, generally I allow longer period. Somebody takes 70 minutes, I don't care. But of course, if you take 3 hours instead of 1 hour, you got to write to me. But this window means you should be done with all your last question submission within that window. So if you start the quiz, for instance, after 10 a.m. September 5, at 10 a.m. September 5, you're too late. The quiz window will close. Well, there are more information embedded here. As a fake student, I have already taken this quiz. If you click on this cell where your score will appear, you can see that it confirms that I have already submitted my answers, and the solution will appear here and the score will appear here once the quiz is completed. If you go down, you can see the maximum here, the statistical panel. The maximum possible points for quiz 0 is 110. However, its weight is 2. In other words, to a total of 100 points at the end of the semester, this quiz will contribute maybe 2 or less, because this final weight will be adjusted based on how many quizzes we have in this class. But this is a good indication that, so suppose you lose 10 points on a particular problem, instead of going crazy about it, just think about what portion of that goes to your final grade. So if you get 110, you get 2 points. So if you lose, say, 11 points, you really lost 0.2 points towards your final grade. You can also see the number of students who have already taken the quiz, maximum someone got, and the class average and class median on that particular quiz. But more importantly, you can see this information graphically once the quiz is over. So let me go to a class where all the quizzes have been already graded, and this is a class I taught last summer. Again, I'm logged in as a fake student, and I want to check on my grade. Of course, there are a number of quizzes. See, they all appear in blue, means these quizzes are already finished. So let me just randomly click on one of the quizzes. Suppose this is quiz 6, and I got 65. If I click on the score, you can see that the question that I received appears here, and the solution appears there, and the points that I received will appear similarly. Well, it turns out that I didn't do that well in this quiz. So for instance, my answer was decrease. Here I got the full points. Yeah, for this question I got full points, but other quizzes other questions I couldn't answer correctly. And you also will see the percent of students who answered the question correctly, and you can even rate the particular question. You can say, if you found this particular question very difficult, you can select that and submit rating. So that's about a particular quiz, but that doesn't tell you exactly how you stand relative to your peers. So for that, we're doing quiz 6. If you click on the quiz header, then a histogram appears. This is the bar chart that shows you essentially the x-axis has several buckets, how many students are in what bucket. You want to be on the right side, as you can understand, of this histogram to get a good grade. So you can see that at any given point, you can also click on the total header. So total is made up of all the weighted sum of all your gradables, homework, quizzes, etc. And if there are only 5 buckets, A, B, C, D, this will be the grade. But of course, in the final grading, I'll make more buckets. Suppose we make, let's say 17 buckets. So you can see that on this side, right hand side, there is a bell-shaped curve and then another bell-shaped curve. So it's like these are kind of like the A students and these are like B students. You can think of it like this. So your grade is based on where you belong in this histogram, the final grade. So at any given point, you should be able to see how well you are doing in a particular quiz with respect to your peers, and how are you doing on the total on which your final grade will be based. Again, if you have any question about overall grading, you know what to do. You can just go to the discussion board, and I think I started a grading. You can see a grading topic, and you can just click on this pen and write a comment like this video was great, and you post thread. Bingo.